Alright, well, welcome aboard everybody. Good afternoon, aloha, and of course you guys can call me Marty. I'll give you a little history about me. I've been flying helicopters over 20 years, 10 years in Hawaii, 4 years in Alaska, a bunch of years of search and rescue out here, over 14,000 hours helicopter. Also, I want to make sure everybody had a chance to see that safety video before you got on board today. Good. Pictures and video, of course, shoot anytime you want. Helps to turn your flash off, helps with reflections. The microphones, I do switch them off during takeoff and landing, so the only time I do it to you. And you can feel the air conditioners on. You can close and open these. You can rotate them, make yourself comfortable. If you feel sick in flight, we got the Aloha bags aboard. They're in the pouches in front of your knees in the back. Got them up front, also in that door to your right. Other than that, everybody else set to go? Okay, good.
Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine gonna wash my blues away. Had sweet love but I lost it. She got too close so I fought it. Now I'm lost in the world trying to find me a better way. Wishing I was deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
Wrote a note, said be back in a minute. Bought a boat and I sailed off in it. Don't think anybody's gonna miss me anyway. Mind on a permanent vacation. The ocean is my only medication. Wishing my condition ain't ever gonna go away.
Cause now I'll be deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky.
Not bad, huh, guys?
So high, and I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
Oh, we got some guys diving. You can see them down to your left there, Jennifer. See the bubbles coming up from the boat. What we'll do first is cruise up this river right here. This one's called Hula. So this is the same river that was in Indiana Jones, if you remember when the seaplane took off. That was that scene with the snakes. That part's not true. There's no snakes on Kauai. Now, of course, we'll fly along these mountains for a little while. These are the Haupu Mountains. Sometimes as we do, you get a little bit of wind up the cliffs, and there's always a couple places like that here. Nothing to worry about. Just figure it's nice to let you know.
Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
Now, pretty soon you're going to see a dirt road approaching up ahead of us. It's an ATV tour you can try called the Kipu Ranch Tour. That's the same road that was in the movie Descendants. That scene when George Clooney drove the Jeep up over the hill, he was sitting on that saddle to our left. All that land on the other side, it's going to become state parks land someday. There's no such thing as a private beach here though, so if you paddle to it, you can definitely use it. And chances are too, if you do that ATV tour, that white tent you'll see in the trees down to your right, that's probably where your picnic's going to be right there. Yep. Just a few more seconds here, we'll catch a little glimpse of Kipu Kai. Kai, by the way, just means ocean. There she comes.
Uakilohoku
Two totally different types of land here though. The land to our right now coming up is a cattle ranch. You can see all the cows down there by that dirt road. That's owned by the Rice family. They live right by that long row of pine trees you see coming up. Those are called cook pines. That's their house about middle of the row. And what about you guys? Where's everybody staying while you're here on Kauai?
Kauai Landing.
At Kauai Landing, yep, near Poipu, South Shore.
Yeah, we're all at the Hyatt.
I'm surprised you left. That's one of the most difficult buildings to see in Poipu. So everything to the left is Poipu, South Shore. Basically where it looks like the buildings end far to our left out there, that's about where it is. You guys are right by Shipwrecks Beach. So all of you, when you go home, you go through the tree tunnel. It's a long row of eucalyptus trees. We'll fly right over it. It parallels that ridgeline straight ahead of us, just on the other side. Now you'll also end up driving by that reservoir to our left, but most people never realize it. It's called the Waitau Reservoir. It used to be for the sugarcane, but that's been gone over 10 years now, so now it's fishing. Peacock bass, bigmouth, tilapia. Just on the other side of the reservoir, that's actually Kaloa Town right there. In fact, if you see these red structures in the trees down here, that's the Kaloa zip line. They're the ones that do the flying Hawaiian. That's where you go face first. You can do it inverted now if you want. And I doubt you can tell, but we're traveling at 110 miles an hour. Top speed on this aircraft, 180 miles. Couple more seconds, you're going to see the tree tunnel pass right below us here. So what you should see up ahead of us here are cars going right to left. The real name of the tree tunnel, it's called Maluhia Road. That was planted in 1911, also known as swamp mahogany. How you doing, Brian? 2 hands for beginners, right? I see everything. Gotta push the button.
I said, just to hear makes me a little nervous.
All right. I got you, brother. See that dirt road down to our left? That's a motocross track. So Sundays, you can already see there's a few guys down there riding. This is when they ride. In fact, if you see that narrow line going up that hill down to our left, and you'll probably notice that already, Jennifer, that's where they ride. They'll go right up that cliff right there, right along that ridge right there. In fact, the guys that ride at, they call it helicopters, because if you make a wrong turn, better figure out how to fly real fast.
I know the lanes aren't very big, but I'd like to have my T-Rex out there.
Hey, don't you feel more comfortable up there, Brian? You could be riding a motorcycle across that cliff right now. Could be worse.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah, if you look down, both sides, you'll see it go right below you here. Doesn't look like much. So this is definitely not for the rookies right there. And what we'll do is keep going west. We want to go into a valley called Hanapepe. Think back to 1992, it's where they filmed the first of the Jurassic Park movies. It's where they filmed the helicopter landing in front of a waterfall. It's a 280-foot waterfall called Manavepuna. Pretty much everybody today still calls it Jurassic Falls. Now, it may not seem like it from the last couple of days, but it's been very dry recently. In fact, this reservoir to our left, called the Alexander Reservoir, is pretty low. Anytime you can see that little island in the middle of it, that's a sign of that. That's the water source for the coffee fields. Coffee is the largest plantation here. There's over 4 million coffee trees on Kauai right now, and that's all stream-fed right there. And you got Hanapepe Valley straight ahead, all privately owned by one family called the Robinsons, and I'll explain more about those guys here in a little bit. But the first waterfall you're going to see in this valley is going to be a little further to the right. It's called Kihili Falls. Should look like one waterfall stacked on top of another.